Bill and Melinda Gates host mock pandemic. This is from October 20th, 2019. Johns Hopkins Center for Health Security hosts global pandemic exercise. The Johns Hopkins Center for Health Security partnership with World Economic Forum and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation hosted a global pandemic exercise called Event 201 on Friday, October 18th in New York City. The exercise was intended to illustrate the pandemic preparedness efforts, response decisions, and cooperation required from global business, governments, public health leaders to diminish large-scale economical and societal consequences of a severe pandemic. Okay, this is Event 201. They hosted a couple of months ago. Recent coverage of real disease, plague, immigrants, risk. That's irrelevant. Okay, and this is the simulation that they used, I believe. It's the Shattuck Flu Map, animated simulation of people worldwide to die in just 6 months. Now, this is just a simulation, obviously, but let's see how it goes. And ironically, it originated in Asia. Very similar to what's going on now. Institute for Disease Modeling. Very, very interesting, Mr. Gates, that you had this on October 20th, 2019. Okay, once again, Cronoavirus still in the news. Now, what's more troubling about this is that there seems to be a 2-week incubation period before any visible signs could actually manifest themselves. So it's not just a sudden onset of fever and cough or flu-like symptoms. 2 weeks, 2-week incubation period. Airborne problem. It's also now in Nepal and Malaysia. And that's all because of air flight and the close proximity of some of these countries and borders. This, like I said, I don't know. This is still a problem. And if you start to see a lot of the information getting shut down, they're building like a giant mass hospital in China. Like, it looks like a giant MASH hospital or a field hospital to deal with this. They're saying now it's got like a 14% mortality rate of people that do contract it. And like most flus, the thing with this is that it's mutating. And not only that, unlike other flus that predominantly are fatal to the young and elderly and people with compromised immune systems, this one seems to be, you could be an actual healthy person, relatively healthy person, young, adult, 20 to 60, 50, and this thing could kill you. Another interesting thought, though, I got to look it up, the validity of it. Maybe I'll post it after this in a little segment. But Bill and Melinda Gates did like a computer simulation catastrophe event of a pandemic, estimating what would happen if a pandemic broke out, and origin of China, ironically, where 65 to 100 million people came down with this or were fatally stricken by this. What would be the ramifications behind it? A lot. I mean, you can already see it's affecting the markets. Markets are down strictly because of this. So, a pandemic, it can affect all aspects, But the most people that are that should be mainly concerned is in these large urban areas where a person can get on a subway, a person can get on a plane, restaurant. 2 weeks ago, they came into contact with somebody, and so on, and so on, and so on. It's almost like something out of the beginning of I Am Legend, if anybody's ever seen that. But I'll get some more information to add to the end of this video.